we did a 2-day whole house declutter to alleviate the stress and anger that comes from owning too much stuff that's constantly spilling out of its places where it belongs. And it's just, you trip over it, you get angry over it, it's so annoying, your house no longer becomes a haven, it becomes this ball of stress that you have to serve all the time. So we took 2 days and we took everything that we could, put it into boxes, and put it in the garage for the next 6 months. So I have about 6 boxes, and I know that's not gonna be enough, but we do have a bunch in the garage. I've been getting rid of stuff for a while, so there's room. There's room. We'll fit it all in, hopefully. Okay.
Oops.
There are so many brilliant people on YouTube that have minimalistic houses, and I've envied their houses for so long. I want to come into my house where I just feel spacious and open, and it feels clean as it can be with 4 kids. But just this feeling of emptiness that kind of allows your brain to have this mental break. Because clutter produces stress, stress produces anger, and anger produces one angry mama that is not her best with her family and her husband. And it's a struggle. So we came up with minimalism in a hurry. This is where you take about 2 to 3 days. You go through your house and you pull out everything that's causing stress, everything that you're annoyed of, everything that you're kind of like, why do we have this? We put it into bags or boxes, and we tuck it away into the garage or an empty closet or something else that you might have, and you leave it there for like 3 to 6 months. Don't even think about it. Don't even look at it. And if you're not missing that thing that you put away, you probably can easily, calmly give it away or get rid of it. So that's what we did. We went through every single room, every single closet, every single drawer, and took out everything that we could part with right now, put it into bags and boxes, and put it into the garage.
All right, tons of stuff here that's expired that we have like 100 of. And then now we have this bin and then a couple other things up top.
By minimalizing our house, even in this small way, we figure that we can alleviate the stress of clutter and that we can improve the relationship that we have with our house. Because let's face it, your house is supposed to be a haven. Your house is supposed to be this lovely, cozy, comfy place that you come home to, or that you live in, that you exist in, that you're raising your family in, that you have your relationship with your spouse in. And if we're constantly serving the stuff that we own, and it starts becoming our master versus us mastering our stuff, that's such a bad imbalance that we do not want to get into. And I have noticed that in my life, I have been serving my stuff way too much. There's so much cleaning and tidying and organizing that's just constantly going on that I'm not focusing on the things that truly matter, which is raising my kids right, doing proper homeschool with them, and having a really fun existence. Instead, I'm in an always huffy, angry, cleaning fury. And it's such a bad place to exist in on the daily. So we decided to gather it all up and box it away for a while to see if this improves our life. And if it does, then I am not inviting these things back into our house. By choosing to put our things into boxes and bags and storing them in the garage for the next 6 months, we are allowing ourselves the room to let things go much easier than if we had to, say, get rid of it immediately. Because I think that here in America, at least, we have a really unhealthy attachment to our things. And with shopping therapy, retail therapy, and having lots of stuff that like makes you feel good, it kind of feels like you're putting a bit of your emotions, or you're letting yourself down, whether you're counting how much it cost or how much, you know, time you spent on it or whatever, that it feels like you're kind of letting yourself down if you have to get rid of something that's actually bothering you that you had to purchase. But this way, if you put it into a bag or a box and you store it in your garage for a little bit and you kind of ignore it and pretend like it doesn't exist, then somewhere inside yourself you're thinking, well, I'm not actually getting rid of it, so it's okay, I'm just storing it temporarily. So this way we kind of are tricking ourselves a little bit to putting things away much easier. And then honestly, in 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, if you're not thinking about that, then you can let it go. And you probably have built enough distance between you and this thing because it's been sitting in the garage for 6 months and you haven't seen it or thought about it or felt anything towards it, that when you see it again, it's kind of a no-brainer to just get rid of it.
So this is where we're at currently. We have a bunch of stuff here that we hate going through, and it's going to be really annoying to go through. The living room, still don't have a coffee table, and we're trying to decide if we should move the piano somewhere. The kids all do piano every day, and then there's our little writing desk, and the kids do school there too, so that's staying.
So it's 6:30, which is crazy because it means that we've been cleaning since about 1. And I know that's a really late start. But we've taken a lot of stuff out of the house. Well, kind of. That's in boxes. We've taken out all the stuff that we don't use, that we don't want. We have the office. And then if Naaman will pan around, he'll show you. So these are all the boxes of stuff that we have decided that we want to get rid of for minimalism in our house. And then we have a lot of these little boxes, like these right here, and then there's one under the bench down there. It's just full of random things, like pieces of sets, something that belongs in a game, nails, coins, keys, like all this random stuff that mentally it so clutters you up when you look at it and you kind of go like, what do I do? What do I do? It's so annoying. I always see it. And then what we end up doing is like these headphones, you know, someone will put them right here. And then I'll walk by and I'll be like, I don't like it. I'll give them away to my nephew. And then we'll leave them here. And then I'll look at it and be like, we don't want this. And so like, it just travels from like surface to surface to surface. So we're finally going to do something about it and like get rid of it.
So now we have a lot of this little stuff that's really annoying. I'm sure if you've ever decluttered at all, you'll find that you have, well, Christmas ornaments, and it's not Christmas. And we have, I mean, I guess that's Hot Wheels, that's okay. But you just find like these little things all over the house. They're like, why do I have all these tiny little things like this? Oh, a water painting thing.
Okay, that is actually useful. Grandma's been playing with that very often lately.
This is what happens with most objects. You're like, oh, we need to get rid of all this little thing. And they're like, oh, someone did use this.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so there's lots of little tiny things that take a really long time to go through. So we are going to just categorize them into we need to get rid of, keep, and then go through later because we're not going to waste like many, many hours going through these little tiny things. So that's what we're doing now.
So how I understand minimalism, and I'm very new to minimalism, and I'm excited to be popping into this because we have done many different declutters throughout the years, and I think we probably declutter more than anyone that I know. We constantly are throwing stuff away, but somehow it just wasn't enough, or we're just bringing in more stuff and unknowingly, because we're not that big on shopping, so somehow the stuff constantly creeps back in and we're just trying to push it out. And now I am adopting a lifestyle of minimalism. I'm going to, for the next year or two, or probably into the future, we are going to be going along this path of minimalism and trying to keep the fewer possessions, and the fewer possessions that we do have are the ones that we purposefully brought them in because they're meaningful to us, or they're beautiful to us, or they improve our life somehow in a way that we actually truly want to keep this thing around in our house. And then what about these books?
It's an excellent book, isn't it?
It's not very minimalist, but there's not that many photos in here. So yesterday we have cleaned up pretty much the majority of the downstairs. We still have a lot of things in boxes that need to go into the garage, but for now we're gonna just leave that as it is because that's a simple thing to just pick them up and put them away. So now I'm going to be working upstairs and minimalizing the stuff that we have up here, getting rid of all these extra things, tucking things into bins and boxes that well, that we don't need or that we could probably live without. That'll make our life easier. Right now it's a mess upstairs, and then Graham right there, little poor bubbers, he's sick, so he's just hanging out with little fever, waiting for it to go away. So let's start cleaning. Minimalism also removes the unnecessary habit of buying things. When we pop into the store, or if we see that our friend bought something, or if we see something on social media that these people have this cool thing and maybe I should go buy it, maybe if I buy it, maybe I'll feel as great as the ad says I'll feel, and so on and so forth. And so if you have just truly the things that you only love and the things that you only really care and you desire in your house, then all these extra little tidbits, you see it now through a different lens. Like, do I really need this item? Is it really actually gonna make me feel better? Or is it gonna be a throwaway item in like 2 weeks or in 3 months? I'm gonna be really annoyed that it's laying around the house. Am I gonna be getting rid of it? So it helps to get rid of this keeping up with the Joneses mentality or keeping up with everyone on social media mentality. And let's face it, even if we wanted to, it's impossible to get everything that everybody has to make yourself feel happy. And ultimately, when you have less stuff, you get to focus more on the relationships and your family and the true hobbies that you want to, like piano for me. Since we decluttered our house, I've actually had more time to focus on playing piano. And I haven't played piano truly since I was like 17 years old. And I'm so excited to actually get back into relearning my bass clef and relearning how to play piano. So if I'm not spending so much time cleaning and I'm not spending so much time being upset and annoyed that there's so many things out because my kids are still learning how to put things away, then guess what? I have more time to learn how to cook better, to focus on my hobbies, to make more videos, and to do other things. And so we cannot spend our life serving our things. We cannot live in a place that's so cluttered up that it constantly brings a cloud of stress over your head. It's just so bad. So being minimalistic is, I mean, it frees up your mind, it frees up your brain space, it frees up your time, it frees up your ability to focus on hobbies rather than focus on cleaning. And especially as a mom, we have so many hats that we wear that it's a good idea to even just to try minimalism out so that you have more time for the things that you actually care about.
So we've been at it now for, Jana's been doing it since noon today. I have been doing it since I got off work. And now it's 8:15 or something p.m. We have a lot of the stuff out of all the rooms and now kind of put in piles to disseminate elsewhere. Okay, so we have a bunch of things to move.
So as you guys saw, we did the declutter, and again, I'm surprised just at how much stuff we took out. I don't know how we keep accumulating this many things. It's so weird, unless we've never actually really given ourselves a super deep clean. And so these things that we think like they don't really bother us, like extra toys or extra socks or extra books, and you think, oh, I have room on the bookshelf, I can leave it there for now. Like, the absence of them actually does alleviate stress, and it's amazing. Our garage is getting very full of things to get rid of and to give away and to throw away.
So this is the majority of the stuff that we took out to just put away and put here. And then over on this side, which I'm not going to show you, is a whole bunch of stuff that we decided just should go away regardless. But this we're just holding here, and now it's out of sight and out of mind.
I'm excited for this journey that we have stepped into with minimalism. And I remember the first time that we came home after we did this 2-day whole house declutter, we came in and it felt peaceful. It felt clean. It felt more empty and there was more space. And for once I came into the house and I didn't get annoyed that I had to do cleaning and this and that and then cooking and then only I could get to work. That like I'm actually able to jump in and do the things that I want to do now rather than only focus on cleaning. It's really lovely to be in a house that is a cozy, clean space to live in and enjoy your life rather than a cluttered up, messy place that you're constantly tending to, constantly cleaning, constantly organizing, and it's just so full of stress. I really believe that all of us could use some decluttering and de-stressing, and that even unconsciously you just don't realize how much these things are actually bothering you. Do yourself a favor, try it out. Take 2 days, take 3 days, maybe take 5. Go through your house, pull out everything that's been causing you stress, put it in a box, in a bag, and put it into a closet. If you don't have a garage, otherwise put it into your garage and forget about it for the next 6 months. If you liked what we did, I encourage you to try it too. Do a whole house declutter, make it quick, take a few days, get rid of it, and see how it makes you feel. And try your first steps into minimalism with minimalism in a hurry. Just a couple days and get it done. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you in the next one.